We're going to talk today about how to understand bangs, women's bangs. I was pre-opping a lady and she was worried about my rebuilding her hairline with hair transplantation because she wanted her central area filled. What was interesting was the fact that she was using the central area, the mid-scalp, to comb forward her hair in order to cover her bangs, to become new bangs. Because most bangs are areas that are short hairs that are from the front hairline being moved forward. But she didn't have enough hair on the front. Now, just to take a step back and understand why that is that most women lose hair in a distribution known as a Christmas tree, which means that if you bend your hair down, there's a Christmas tree with the apex, the top of the tree, hope you could hear me there, going forward like this. So the hair loss is principally in the front in most women, at least according to Elise Olson. And if you part a woman's hair in the center and have them look down, most times women do have that. Now, sometimes the loss is so diffuse that it just looks like a wide loss of hair everywhere. But in sort of classic early hair loss, it either spares the hairline or it doesn't, but you have this sort of Christmas tree pattern. So in order to actually compensate for that and allow for better hairstyling, because a lot of times women, their femininity and their style is based on what they can do with their hair and how to style it and create some creativity. And so oftentimes with the back of the Christmas tree where there's less hair loss, they comb the bangs forward in order to cover the front hairline. What's important is to educate a female patient that don't worry, I'm actually going to create natural bangs for you in the central frontal area so that where the bangs should be, they will be. And the other thing that's important is I'm going to address maximal hair loss zones, which are on the front hairline. So just as a thought about why bangs are important to create a better feminine hairline, and also to actually understand how women comb their hair to use bangs differently to create coverage over areas of hair loss where that's not really naturally where a bang is even to begin with. I'm going to just summarize one more point that's already in a different video, but I think it's worth reiterating instead of having you drive to another video, is understanding what is a female hairline. Just very, very briefly, the difference with a male hairline is, with a male hairline, especially of a gentleman that's getting a little older, you always want to create a little bit of recession to the hairline, but also frame the hairline appropriately with temporal hair as is seen fit to create a frame to the face. But that frame is usually a square or at least opening toward the apex here, the frontal temporal area, whereas in a female it's quite the opposite, actually sandwiched down to the point that's almost a round hairline or an oval hairline with a few mounds that come forward. So the hairline designed for a female is entirely different. And that bang, or that area of the central forelock on a woman, is oftentimes very, very different and very difficult to reconstruct. 20% of our work on hair restoration is actually in women, so this is not an easy topic to discuss because most surgeons out there don't have much experience with female hair loss. When you're looking at the complexity of the central bang forelock zone, it's not oftentimes that straightforward. On men, most oftentimes it's just a straightforward placement of hair that goes forward. With women, there's something called a cowlick, where the hairs actually begin to whirl in a certain pattern that needs to be recreated. So when I recreate that bang, it is much more of a complicated idea that I want to impart to you. Other than just saying, hey, let's just put some hairs forward, I actually design that femininity into the central component that's well framed with the shape of a female hairline. If you don't understand this, go look at young women or even older women that don't have female pattern hair loss and look at the shape of hairlines. It's entirely different from men. So very, very important ideas that hopefully will give you, if you're a woman losing hair, ideas how to style your hair better temporarily, but also move forward toward hair restoration and how to do that effectively and naturally.